All right, we're live now. So, kia ora, koutou katoa.
Hail.
You know who we are. If you're watching this through the Lion Share page, then you see that we're in hiding. I don't know how it is that we go live, yet people think we're hiding. I don't know how that works. Particularly if you're smart enough to know how to use the internet, then you'd actually be able to find my address, because my address is actually held in government records, which are online. And I've actually told people which records they are. They're just not smart enough to click. Anyways, what we're also doing tonight, guys, is that we are sharing a link. If any of you know Shelley Cullen, we are inviting her on the show. All you need to do is send her this link, right? And she can come on. And then she can answer, she can speak for herself. Because all you guys, that have opposed us have told us all these wonderful things about her. So we'll give her the opportunity to speak for herself. But we know she won't turn up. And we also know that none of you will send her the link. We know this. We've been doing this long enough. We know how this game works. We ain't kids. But anyways, no mai hara mai. And I'm going to go through some questions with Aaron. But before I do, I want to show you a video. We've got a show of support from Greta, from Europe. And I just want to show that for you fellas now. So we'll play this tautoko video. Well, I don't really know if it's a tautoko video. We'll just play it and see what you think. Wait, should probably share the actual, put the volume on. All right, let's do that again. Share audio. All right.
You said I'd be a millionaire if I bought into Lion Share. How dare you? Now I have to be honest. Go and get a job. You get educated like I should have done in the first place.
Can't confirm if that's actual Greta or not, but the video's there. Anyways, let's get into it. I'm just going to, what I'm going to do tonight, guys, I'm just going to ask Aaron some questions, and he's just going to tell us straight, right? And we'll make this pretty quick. And telling by the amount of people watching, this tells me we don't have any trolls on tonight. So it's probably not going to be as fun as previous nights. And maybe the trolls are figuring out that if they want to build a business, they shouldn't come onto our lives and act stupid. Okay. So, Aaron, my man, your first question is, what's the difference between a cryptocurrency like Bitcoin versus a smart contract like Lion Share?
One's a scam, one is
Come on, bro. Be a bit more specific than that.
well, Lion Share is a smart contract. It's a scam. But the difference between Bitcoin and Ethereum, which has the ability to have smart contracts, is all it is the same as the Bitcoin transaction, but with conditions, which is all that a contract really is. So Bitcoin is a currency with a payment system. You can improve it with protocols like Lightning, make it faster and all that sort of stuff like Ethereum. Ethereum has a smart contract ability built into it, so it allows transactions with conditions between the two parties. And that can be anything from like timing to cycling a system through a matrix and paying people, and that came into a smart contract before you until it imposed on a Ponzi. Like Lion Share, which is exactly what Lion Share is. Tron is another alternative, and that has smart contract ability like Ethereum, but it's and that's the more popular one for Lion Share at the moment.
Yeah, no, that makes sense. And I'm just going to share this onto our Support South Auckland Businesses group. Give me a sec. copy the link. So, guys, if any of you are watching this through the Support South Auckland business page, bear in mind we won't be able to see your comments through our StreamYard software, so we really want you to jump over to Lion Share. Lion Share now what? That's the name of the page. Let's do Ultron Lion Share now what? And then just chuck the link in. The lines we see your comments. Okay, we'll post that. Okay, and again, guys, kia ora, Cypher bitch. But yep, hey, here's the link, fellas. And if you Lion Share scammer promoters, give this link to Shelley. She'll be able to jump onto our show. And then, because you always say that she's this kind and lovely person and that we don't approach her, but here it is. Here's the link. So you give her the link, we'll let her on the show, and she can talk to us. Kanohi ki te kanohi maranga te ipurangi. All right, because you fellas say that you're kaupapa Māori, yet you promote a Pākehā-created scam. I don't know how that works, but, you know, no koutou tērā kaua. He hara nāku tērā kaua, he kaua no wāhi kē. So your second question, Aaron, if a smart contract is like a computer program made with a cryptocurrency, then what's the exact issue with Lion Share?
The smart contract, it isn't actually all that complicated. All the code says is that it just operates as a Ponzi, where it cycles the money that is being deposited into addresses that are already in the system, already in the smart contract. So it just transfers them from one place to another. So all it says is that when people put their money into the wallet, it gets transferred to someone else. And the way that it does that is just a Ponzi. I mean, if you think about it empathetically, like if you made $120 from your $80 investment from 3 people signing up, then those 3 people have to do the exact same thing, or you have to meet those exact same conditions to get the same amount of money that you did. And if you times that by the many hundreds of people around the country, around the world that are doing it, it's going to implode in a pretty bad way eventually. And that's all it is.
Well, then let's bring up some more information about that just so that people know. Guys, I'm displaying. So this here, right, and I'll put up the link for it so that you can see it for yourself. This here, guys, is information from the Commerce Commission on what pyramid schemes are. So Aaron and I have based all of our information, our analysis, on the actual New Zealand laws pertaining to Lion Share or pertaining to pyramid schemes. We didn't just say pyramid because we couldn't figure out a better word. We actually went back to the law. And so this link that I've chucked up and what you see here on the screen is the actual law when it comes to Lion Share, when it comes to pyramid selling schemes. It's not something that we made up ourselves. All right, so there it is, guys, and you see the link below. You can read it. And what it basically works out to is that if you make money by selling goods or services, then you're an actual business. If you make money by recruiting other people or by people coming into your scheme and then you get put under them or above them or around them or whatever, it's a pyramid, right? And so here's a question for you, Aaron. How can people detect if a smart contract is a scam or not? Because obviously, you know, there's some good, you know, there's some smart contracts can do anything, right? So how would you know if the smart contract that you've been told about is a scam or
not? Probably the easiest one is if it runs on Tron. Because most if it runs on Tron. If it's a Tron smart contract, 95% chance that it's just a scam. You know, there's 100%. Yeah, there's a 99% chance that if Shelley Cullen pushes it, it's a scam. That's actually another topic. Or another. Yeah. So,
I'd say if Shelley Bubba touches it, it is a scam.
Yeah, it's just run away.
Yeah, straight up. Yeah. Wow, look at this, guys. Hey Carmel, I know. Can you share this video on your page? Because we're not even getting half as many people that watched it. So I actually thought that maybe heaps of people watched our live last week because maybe the word was spreading. But now I realize, Carmel, the reason that heaps of people watched our live last week was because of you. So it just shows, people don't want to look at two Marys; they'd rather just look at you. And because you had a genuine story, So, yeah, if you could just do us a solid and share this, please, and we'll just see what Cody's got to say. The fact those addresses are hard coded in line into the smart contract is the biggest giveaway. Address should be passed in as variables. Absolute scam. Oh, preach, brother. What do you reckon about this, Aaron? What do you reckon?
Yeah, no, he's right. The one that's on the Lionshare IO the addresses are hard coded in there. I think I was looking at a site online that can give you clones of these MLM style packages, they call it, and it includes a smart contract backend. And I think the backend on the website can actually change and give you customized smart contracts for you to push out yourself with your own referral code and stuff. And then that will target. Yeah, so it basically it's the same contract or a similar contract to the one that's on the homepage. But once you but you can get your own versions. It all depends. Like, I don't know if Certain Fine does that, but you can actually order it and it can do all those things. So there is a backend that will create your own smart contract for each user, and then you just go push that out.
Then Carmel's got some cordial here. Awesome work, guys. Save our country. We'll try, Carmel. We'll try. And then, Chad, thanks for the support, Meanaz. And then Cody's got a really good point here. Check this out. He goes, read the white paper, look at the team behind the project, and look at the market cap. You'll be able to determine a genuine project. Bro, it's funny you mentioned that, Cody, because the bro, Aaron, I don't know, Cody, if you remember Dascoin, another scam coin that was promoted by Shali Baba and her 40 thieves. And, Aaron was going pretty hundies, and he said to one lady who was like, if your coin is worth so much, then how come it's worth nothing on coinmarketcap.com? How much was it worth back in those days, bro? How much? Like what? 1 cent? Or
and then it had a market cap of 0.
That's right. Yeah.
And it still wouldn't.
And people still believe that it was a good coin, even though on coinmarketcap.com it had a worth of 0. And that's worse because even like things like tit coin and weed coin and pucky coin and lemon coin and Trump coin and stop Trump coin, even they had a better worth, eh?
Yeah, I mean, it's sometimes like I think Dascoin did have a white paper and it did have its own token. And then it had its own exchange, and it had its own conferences, and I mean, they're all tricks that they put through to shut down any sort of criticisms or any sort of And the other one is that the other trick they do is they change terminology. Like instead of calling it a referral, they'll call it a contributor, or instead of calling it a downline, they might call it a cycler or a gift. Gifting.
Well, there was among the black community in America, they had a pyramid called the Susu. So Susu is a traditional savings cultural practice done by people from Haiti, and so a lot of people had some clown had just got like a They got a pyramid or a gifting circle scam, and then they called it Susu. And then anyways, Malolava Lonnie. And then Lonnie says it's good to see Aaron at last. And then Cody goes, yes, bro. So you do remember that. Yep. Yeah, ain't that funny, eh? Like everyone's saying that a coin is worth millions, and then the same coin that or the same website that tracks the net worth of thousands of coins all over the world, apparently it couldn't track the value of Dascoin. I'll believe the most reputable valuation website in the world over a dodgy MLM any day, eh? What you reckon, bro?
It wasn't just Coin Market Cap; it was Coin Gecko as well, and they both came up with the same issue.
That's right.
Apparently, it was a technical issue, and then
Yeah.
I think I jumped on CoinGecko's Telegram and asked them about it, and they confirmed that there was no issues they saw from their end, and no one from Bitcoin or Green Store, I think it was called at that stage, had called any issues in or told them to change anything. So yeah, I mean, but Bitcoin had a lot of stuff on it. They had white papers, it had its own token. They were listing themselves on their own exchange. They were doing all that stuff to make themselves seem legitimate, and that was the trick.
Yeah. So here's another question then. So we've heard, promoters of Lionshare are saying that Lionshare is not an investment, that it's a business. What's your take? What do you reckon?
No, it's not a business at all. It's the only person that will be running a business is possibly people right at the top, like Shelley, or who's that guy who's running it? Is it
James Ward?
James Ward, like he's the business. He's the scam.
Why don't we actually check if Lionshare is a registered business? Should we do that?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's do it. So let's have a look. Right? We will check
to say that it's not, because if it was, it would it wouldn't be running on a smart contract, would it? Or Lionshare would have an address on it somewhere.
Yeah.
Remember
so
that
here
guy?
Here you go, guys. I'm on the Financial Service Providers Register. This is a national register of all financial service providers, because people are saying it makes you money, so it must be a financial service. And I'm going to click search. So I've looked up Lionshare, clicking search. Oh, wowzers! Look at that! Look at that! Let's make that big. No results. See there, Lionshare, your search returned no results. Now, I'm going to try one more thing, just so I'm not an egg. Now, we didn't find that under a financial service provider. Let's have a look at the general company register in New Zealand to see, because it may not be registered as a financial service provider. Maybe it's registered as a company. So let's just have a look, right? All right, so let's go to the company's register. And again, we're going to go Lionshare. And you see here, we're searching on the companies. Oh, look at this! Lionshare Limited. Oh, let's have a look at this.
That would be that PR company, wouldn't it?
Well, let's have a look. You don't have to assume, brother.
I'll bet you.
Oh, look at this. It's a marketing agency. Yep, there it is. Okay, Aaron, you're right. Again, don't be a dick. But there you go, guys. You see that there, right? I need to shut that down and then share this one. So I'm going to share that again. All right. And the thing is, guys, like, you don't have to believe anything that Aaron and I say. All right? We're not asking you to believe us. We're just showing you the information and you figure it out yourself. But look at that there, Lionshare Limited. Now, this is a company. It's an advertising agency, and you see how their website is lionshare.co.nz. Now, I know for sure that is not anything to do, but I'm just gonna look at it, bring it up so that you fellas don't think we're making up ticker. Lionshare.co.nz. And look at that, get sent. It's a marketing company, right? So we see that Lionshare, it's not a registered financial service provider, so it's actually not a registered investment. We see that it's not a registered business of any sort whatsoever in New Zealand. So what is it? I'll leave that to you to figure out. And then last question, Makahi. Right. What should people do if they're in Lionshare? Because we've had people reach out to us, right, and they've expressed to us their sadness, their frustration, their mamai. Yeah, right. What do we do? What should people do?
Just get out. The only thing you can do is sort of is get out and move on. Apologize to anyone else if you've recruited them. Another thing will be like Shelley's already doing it, and so are a lot of other people that are pushing the news scheme or a new program or a new business opportunity or investment, or they'll be around the corner, and they will usually say something like, "Oh, I've made $100,000 in 10 days doing this," or "I've done," they'll share their progress, and they'll get people excited, and they're like, "Oh man, I can jump onto this one, maybe earn my money back." Don't. Just cut your losses and move on. That's one of the main ways that all these people will just keep proliferating their own profits, is by just going after one scam after the next, after the next. James Ward, for example, the guy who created Line Shares, he's done, I don't know, something like 10 to 15 in the last 5 or 6 years. Like, a ridiculous amount.
So, in other words, like Shelley Butler is like his long lost Māori cousin.
Yeah. And if you get found out that you're in a scam, just leave it and don't ever come back and try your luck. It's just not worth it.
No. So, yep, if you're in line scheme, line share, be like Usain Bolt, run away, take your money out, apologize to your whānau and friends, anyone that you've recruited. Yep, that sounds like mean advice. And then old tinfoil hat man, old Portawa himself, it's tax free. Kayada, Portawa was taking the piss out of Lion Share, saying that it's not on the company register because it's a tax free thing. Yeah, bro, those cash under the table ones, eh? Anyways, guys, we didn't want to make a long ass video tonight. It is what this is. Oh, look at this! Someone decided to let's see. So Anne Marie Joyce says, "No business. It's who runs it are scammers, their friends, family, just taking money from new members to keep it going. Also, a pyramid is illegal. Why do you do it when by law you're not allowed? It shows black and white. As I have a friend that is a lawyer." Couldn't have said it better, Anne Marie. You've pretty much summed it up. So
it's pretty interesting too, because
yeah.
The authorities called out that gifting program, where you could either give a donation or you could actually gift products.
Yep.
Appliances or TVs or something that were worth a bit of money, and then you'd use that software instead of money, and they thought that might have been a loophole, and it clearly wasn't. And all the differences between that and Lion Share is that the gifting, if you can call it that, is just crypto instead.
Yep.
And the only reason why people are actually buying Tron or Ethereum is to invest it with the intention of getting a profit and then exchanging it back into New Zealand dollars and going to spend it. And they even show that off with their little videos of their Wirex cards and going into ATMs and pulling out all this cash. So in terms of intent, there's no other intent for using this cryptocurrency other than as a Ponzi scheme. So there's no legal. It is pretty much legal, in my opinion, but I'm not a lawyer.
And then Potawa chucks up no official staff, so no taxes, no taxes on any returns, easy money. Yep. And guys, what I've chucked up here is what I believe may be one of Lion Share's successes. This is a gifting circle scheme. One of our faithful supporters actually sent this to us, letting us know that there was a new scam on the block. And so it's basically getting a pyramid, and instead of it going up and up and up, it goes out and out and out. Right, but the concept is simple. It's still the same. It doesn't make money by actually buying or selling any goods or services. It just makes money by you convincing other people to give you their money, and then if you can convince people to do that, they'll convince people to do that, and then everyone at the center of the circle makes money, and then everyone on the outside doesn't. Yeah,
even better to no staff, no taxes thing is no recourse.
Yeah, yeah.
So when you lose all your money through Lion Shares, you can't go anywhere to get your money back. It's gone.
Yeah, that's right. No recourse for sure. And speaking about that, guys, one of the reasons that we're doing this is that we want to actually encourage people. Please come and talk to us. Come to us in private. We want to expose this. Now, obviously, we're not going to expose this with 12 people watching, right? But what we can do is that we have contacts within the media, and we've already spoken to some people and helped them to get in touch with people in the media to share their stories. This is the next step, guys. This isn't about trolling on Facebook anymore. This is serious. You know, in COVID, a lot of people are suffering, and so they're very vulnerable, and they're coming to Lionshare hoping that this can help them. So what we're wanting you to do is that if you want to share your story with the media, or if you have a family member or a friend who's in Lionshare and they've gotten out, they can share their story with the media. We'll help you connect with media. We will help you, and we will make sure that your identity will be protected. Just because you go in front of a camera doesn't mean that your name and your voice and your face will be there. You can ask to speak confidentially, and they will do that for you, because unlike the people that you've dealt with in Lionshare, the media actually are professionals. And how do I, and yeah, that's something to recognize. And also, we're willing to help people file police complaints. We're willing to help people to write complaints to the Commerce Commission, to the Financial Markets Authority, to the police. Reach out to us. We're here. We don't do this for money, but we know the only way to really get rid of this is to expose it, because these guys are tiptoeing on the edges of the law, because our New Zealand laws are very old, they're archaic, and they're not fit for purpose in the situation. So if we expose this, it'll make the it'll make the government pay attention. It's the only way they can do it, because right now they think it's a small problem, so they don't have to deal with it. But if we show them the actual size of the problem, then we're going to make some progress. Sorry for the rant.
Yeah, we saw that with USI Tech, didn't we? That was a big scam, and so was We Grow Bitcoins and Bitcoins LTR and all that sort of stuff. But nothing really came of it, because I don't think many people involved in it came forward. There was only a handful of people, and that was like 3 years ago, and that just allowed the people that were pushing those scams back then to keep going and just find new people. And now it's just gotten worse. So the best thing to do if you are involved is to just come forward or call them out on it, even if it's online and anonymous. Like if you write a review or you put comments online and stuff like that, or make an anonymous complaint to NetSafe, for example, that matters, and it actually puts every little piece or every little effort matters in shutting it down. Yeah. Otherwise, I'll just keep going.
Now, I'm just going to show some comments, and then I'm going to explain why I'm on the Lionshare website. Allow you to spend the crypto. Kia ora, nah, tell me more about what you mean by that. I'm sure I'd agree with it. I'm just not understanding what you mean. And then, thanks for the tautoko Kamau. And we really wish you and your whānau the best. And also, mihi ana kia Kawerau. Shout out to Kawerau. Listen to Carmel, fellas. I know there's a lot of people in Kawerau. You fellas are going through hard times, and some of you have jumped on the Lionshare bandwagon hoping it's going to help you out. Kei te he tērā. Kei te tino he. Me korero atu ki a Carmel. Have a chat with her, and if you need our help, she'll put you in touch with us. Yeah, and we'll be able to help you get back at the people that are wrecking your families. And then Anne-Marie just explains what Wirex is. Yeah. And then mihi atu. And so, guys, now I want to debunk a myth here. People have said to us that the smart contract that we have been displaying on our videos and on our Facebook page is fake. Kei te tino he tērā. So this is lionshare.io. I'm there right now. You see it at the top. It says lionshare.io. Okay. Now, if you go right down to the bottom, you notice how I don't know why the smart contract's right at the bottom of the page, but that's what scammers do, right? And then it says choose the smart contract you want to view, whether you want it on Ether or whether you want it on Tron. So that shows you the matrix and Unilevel. At the end of the day, it's all the same scam. So we'll click on the TRX, right, and we'll stop that one, and then we'll allow this next one. So you guys will see that here. Here is the lion's share contract. Right. And then here's the actual code. Right. And remember, guys, you saw it in front of, we got this off the lion's share page. Right. So we didn't make this up. Here's the code. Right. And you see this here. Lion's share. Lionshare.io. Or the computer code here. Right. Nothing in here that says you make money. In fact, let's see if we can. Would the addresses be in this one, or would it be in the contract ABI?
No, the addresses should be there.
Yeah, it's. Oh, look at this! Look at this! Let's see if we can make this bigger.
An interesting tab might be the transactions as well. Like you'll be able to see.
Yeah.
The money that's
so matrix high active levels. So all this is basically saying that the money is going to go to different people at different levels. There's nothing in here that actually says you're going to make moolah, right? I mean, you can read code better than me, Aaron. I mean, I'm still learning, but I know that, you actually are an expert. Well, so I'm still learning.
The only thing I know how to code in really is basic. So, but yeah, I'm always surprised that after all this time, none of these scammers have actually decided to self-post or create their own product or their own Ponzi scam and position themselves as a front runner.
Well, they can't even read it, so why would they do that? They can't write code.
You can buy these packages online and install them to your own website or your own web server and just roll out your own sort of like your own business if you wanted to. I'm always impressed they always seem to jump onto other people's Ponzi scams, which is always impressive.
Kayana says, "Yep, everything I posted was from there. They're the same always." Got to creator and showed their published contracts. And then Ayatnor says, I would see lion shares left, right, and center, but I had this vibe of too good to be true. Thank you so much, guys. Honestly, Nors, if you're still locked down and you got nothing to do, if you please jump onto our Lion Share Now What page and share the information. If you're hearing a lot about it, we have gathered a lot of information to help people that you're concerned about, show them our information so that they can run away from the scam. People are going to lose hundreds. People are going to lose thousands. People are going to lose their livelihoods over this.
If you're making those sorts of returns that Lion Shares sort of hints at, why wouldn't everyone be doing it? Everyone jumps into housing and shares and KiwiSaver or savings with the banks and all that sort of thing. You think that if Lion Share gives a return that's better than all of those things that everyone else is doing, that nearly everyone in the country should be doing it, right?
Yeah, but that's the Joneses theory, brother. And I often don't use that because, everyone should be planting their own food, but we don't, But you are right in a way.
Yeah, but with food, I mean, there's a convenience to me going through the drive-through window and then just putting the burger pretty much straight into my face. There's always a convenience factor. And so people aren't investing in this because they're enthusiastic about cryptocurrency. They want to not be poor anymore. They want to make money. And that's being presented to them as an opportunity to make money, and then they talk to them and show them how they can do it using cryptocurrency.
Yeah, that's for real.
That's the product. So they sort of that's the cure. It's not the other way around. Yeah.
So thanks a lot, guys, for watching. We're going to wrap this up. Don't want to take up too much of your time. The Lion Share scammer have learnt their lesson. I think they put the word out, don't come on to Bronson and Aaron's videos, because by jumping on and making fools of themselves, they actually make themselves look like idiots and no one wants to join their scam. But those of you, please share this information, get it out there to friends and whānau. And Anne-Marie says, no, some that refuse to listen because they're making a lot of money. When it happens, it will fall and can go to jail or pay a fine. In fact, and that's the thing, I mean, you make a lot of money out of robbing a bank, but robbing banks is still wrong. And anyone that listens and talks about banks and wants to, justify Lion Share by comparing them with a bank, understand that I hate banks more than you ever could. But anyways, guys, have a great night, and we'll leave this. And I think I'm gonna go watch some Blacklist, bro. So yeah, let's get out of here. Catch you later.
See ya.